Be sure to check out Aging Jocks for your figures and collectibles.
What is up, my fellow collectors? How's everybody doing today? Nightwing61 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Bandai Spirits Gokai Xmas. So let's get into it right away and take a look at the awesome box. And we actually get a pretty unique style box when it comes to the SH Figuarts Gokaiger line. So we get the window right here on the front of the box, and we get a cool image of the figure right there. It says Gokai Xmas on the side, Tamashii Nations, Bandai, and on the bottom we have a bunch of blah-blah-blah stuff nobody cares about. On the top, not much going on. Same with the left here, just a small window with some gold text talking about Gokaiger. On the right here we get a cool pose you can get the figure into, and on the back we get a few more cool poses you can get the figure into. So, let's get him out of the box and take a look at this Legendary Ranger mode that was not in Super Mega Force. Alright, and taking a closer detailed look, Tamashii Nations did a great job with the paint and sculpt work on this guy. The gold, the green, the red, the black, the white, all of it is very clean, very nicely separated. Very well done. Not too much to say here with this design. However, there is one aspect that kind of kills it, and that is actually here on the back. So I don't know if you can see that on camera, but he's got printing all over his back. That just kills it. I know most people are not going to display it with his back turned, so you know most won't notice it, especially if he's crunched. It does get covered up quite a bit. But still, come on, Tamashii Nations, what are you doing there? But overall, though, very nice job. Not too much to say. Very nice, clean detail. No problems to speak of. Anyway, let's continue on. Moving on to the accessories, we do get a very nice amount of accessories with this Power Ranger. So, over here on the hands, we have one pointing hand. We have two trigger finger hands for his guns. We have two gripping hands for his swords. Two sort of leaning forward hands, which are meant to hold the Ranger key, but they don't really do that great of a job. I'll try to show you that later. And then last but not least, two relaxed hands for posing. And then over here we have the Ranger key, both folded and unfolded. Be very careful, they are very tiny, you can very easily lose these, which is why I'm keeping them in the clamshell. And then also we have two replacement barrels for his two weapons. So we have the gun here, very nice detail. I don't know if that'll show up properly on camera. Come on now. Well, you'll see in photos. And something nice about both the gun and the sword is that, like in the show, the barrels can hinge up and down. Unfortunately, I have tried. You cannot actually insert the keys into either these ones or the replacement barrels, which is a shame, but oh well. As you can see here, get a close-up. Very nice detail on both weapons. Very happy with how both of these turned out. So, that is all of the accessories. Let's keep moving on. And now for the height of the Gokai Christmas Ranger. It looks like from the top of his helmet, he is just over 6 inches, which makes him just about 16.5 centimeters. You can judge that for yourself. So he's a very nice height figure, and here he is compared to the Bandai Legacy Collection Ninja Storm Yellow Ranger, Lord Draken, Metallic Armor Black Ranger, and Psycho Silver Ranger. And as you can see, he really does not scale well with the Bandai Legacy Power Ranger line. And here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Gold Samurai Ranger, Green SPD Ranger, Dragon Shield Black Ranger, and Android Gokaiger. And I think he actually scales perfectly with the other SH Figuarts Ranger figures. And here he is compared to the Storm Collectibles Vape, the SH Figuarts Wizard Mode Naruto, the Mafex Swiss Murder Suit Batman, and the Figma Laugh Swordsman Guts. And here he is compared to the SH Figuarts Super Saiyajin Sun Wukong, and the Mezco 112th Deadpool. Anyway, there are some quick comparisons. Let's keep moving on. And now moving on to the articulation, we're going to start from the top and go to the bottom. We have two joints here in the head and neck, and with just that top one, you can't really get him to look up that much because of the collar here. You can get him to look down an okay amount, And then with the bottom one, same deal. You can't move it back really at all because of the collar. But both together going down, he can look down pretty dang good. You can also get a little bit of pivot out of the head left and right there, pretty good. And you can move it all around, circle around, full rotation, no problem. And I just noticed that, I don't know if it'll show up on camera, but there's a tiny bit amount of paint rub on my neck. Not too big a deal, it's easily hidden by posing the head, as well as the collar here. And now here at the arm, they can go up just shy of horizontal because of the shoulder here. You can do full rotation, although you gotta put it out to the side again. Again, thanks to the shoulder pad. We also have technically a bicep swivel, but due to the way it's done, it's basically just built into the shoulder. That's the only way you're really gonna use it. And then, of course, we have double jointed elbows, which go a little bit past 90 degrees, pretty good. And we have a ball hinge in the wrist. You can't get too much range out of it due to the cuffs, but it's good enough. And now for the upper torso joint here, going back, you can lean the Christmas Ranger back a decent amount, and just by itself leaning forward, actually pretty okay forward. Both upper and lower together, you can lean them back pretty darn well, and forward a little bit more than just the top one by itself. Belt's a floating piece, so it doesn't get in the way of the waist twist here. You can twist it back and forth. Same with diaphragm. You can twist it not too much, but it does allow for some twisting. And you can also lean it side to side here. Moving down at the hips. These are the classic SH Figuarts hips. So you can hinge them down for extra range. Putting them back up. Now, kicking forward without putting them. He can actually get a pretty good high kick without it. And about a little more than 90, but if you hinge it down, way up there. Oh my goodness. Okay. And now we have double jointed knees, which bend back all the way. Very nice. And at the foot, you can hinge it almost a pretty good amount down, almost all the way back. Very nice toe hinge there, and decent ankle rocker. And now let's see if, with the legs hinged up, if he can Jean-Claude Van Damme it. And he almost can. These are a soft plastic, so they don't get in the way. Now, hinge down, can he do it? He can, but the plastic's going to push it down a little bit. So, close enough. So, sadly, there is no bootcut swivel here. Thought there might be one, but there's not. So, overall, the articulation is pretty dang good, even though this is an older figure. And you're going to be able to get this guy into some great Christmas Ranger Gokaiger-like poses, and I'm going to show you them right about now.
Anyway, that is my review of the SH Figuarts Gokai Christmas. I hope you enjoyed it. If I had to rate this figure between a 1 through 10, I'd give it a 600 out of 3. It's alright. If you'd like to know where you can purchase this figure, I did get mine at Aging Jocks, but you can probably find it online on Amazon or something for about 30 bucks. I will link them in the description below. And if you'd like to support the channel, please be sure to click on that notification bell and subscribe. And if you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up. And if you didn't like it, well, then give it a thumbs up anyway, because action figures are awesome. Anyway, that is my review, and I will see you later. But stay tuned for pictures. Alright, so instead of instead of doing the outtakes thing like he typically does, I'm going to explain this since it is a late April Fool's joke, and I don't know, I feel like someone out there is going to miss the joke, although you could also argue it's not a very funny one, but whatever. This whole video was a pastiche of a figure reviewer that I actually enjoy watching. He is DareDevil19. I'll link his channel in the description for reals, unlike the not actually doing that I said I would about other stuff. But yeah, just like how I did with the, imitating CruelestChris and other LPs like we did during the Heavenly Storm LP, I was just imitating his style of review, although I was basically the joke is that I was a poor man's version of him, let's put it that way. I honestly, if anything out here came across as like dumb or stupid, or I tried not to be mean with any of my little jokes, but I don't know if it came off that way, sorry. But no, I honestly do recommend, if you like Marvel figures, if you like Dragon Ball figures, if you are a fan of the Mezco line, I actually would recommend you watch DareDevil19 for reviews. He does go pretty in depth with his stuff, and I am so jealous. I don't actually have a setup as good as his is. I had to frickin' use my phone, and I might take some pictures of my ghetto ass setup as an extra or something, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, DD, if you're watching this, I mean no disrespect, I am a fan of yours, and I had fun making this vid, and I hope I at least got a couple chuckles out of you guys. So, yeah, until next April Fools. Later.